Hello, my dear friends, how are you? Everybody, almost everybody from India, Pakistan, and the similar countries want to travel to the developed countries and particularly the countries like United Kingdom. There is a very interesting story about the United Kingdom, and it is about the Desi families living over there in the United Kingdom. A lady from Pakistan traveled to London and tried to get settled over there. She was alone. She needed an accommodation. First and foremost, a Desi family living in London offered a room on rent to this lady, and she started living over there. The landlord lady was somewhat cooperative and good to this tenant. Once she died, her daughter, whose name is Kausar, took over the charge of the property, inherited the property and the control. She too was initially good with this with this tenant, but she was not a good-natured person at all. The new landlord lady, whose name was Kausar, she started manipulating, exploiting, abusing even. The tenant was not so clever and she was threatened with the dire consequences if she reveals her story to anybody. Now, the landlord lady asked her to help her in the daily chores of the house. She, the tenant cooperated, but the demands of the landlord lady cost her kept increasing. She wanted the tenant to do more and more and more. And what happened then? Not only that she was made to serve as a slave, my dear friends. She now started abusing her as well, beating, verbal and physical abuse. So much so that this tenant lady became mentally and physically sick. Once she became not so normal person, the landlord lady steal her identity and made a false claim that I am a caretaker of this mentally, physically sick lady, although she was not taking care of her at all. Rather, she made her tenant to work like a slave. And now you know that there in the Western countries, particularly the United Kingdom, the government pay handsome amount of money all the sick people. Not only that they get the weekly payments by the government, rather they are facilitated and accommodated in every sense, like the state is a mother to them, like the state is taking care of all their needs. And this cunning landlord lady claimed all the privileges and started keeping using money of that tenant lady, but she became like 16 hours of worker, working for 16 hours a day, 365 days a year at the house of this landlord lady. The time kept passing by. 16 years passed. During all these 16 years, the landlord lady kept getting the money which was meant for the mentally, physically sick tenant, all the facilities which were meant for her. Then what happened? That in the neighbor's house, a man was working for few days, for few weeks rather. She noticed, he noticed that this lady, this woman, is seen working like a slave, working like a robot, without any sort of rest at all. And it seems that she is treated unfairly. She is being abused by the landlord lady. Despite all the hard work, he called the police and the police came. Now the landlord lady was threatened a lot to this tenant that if at all you tell the story to anybody or to the police, you will be killed. I will kill you. She was very terrified. But the investigation there in the United Kingdom, it is far more advanced and based on the psychological research methods. They discovered the whole of the story. They came to know almost every important thing about this case. The landlord lady was arrested and the case was set for hearing in the court. Now, the proceedings took place and she was found guilty of 16 years abusing a vulnerable woman. 16 long years of making a woman work like a slave. 16 long years. Physically, mentally abusing her and claiming all the rights. The government kept paying to this sick lady. The case was very became a very high profile case and the media started reporting all the proceedings about it. Like what happens here in Pakistan or the India, some high profile cases. She was found guilty and was sentenced to 7 years in the prison. But not only the 7 years in the prison only, but she was asked to pay back some 205,000 pounds sterling to the victim. It's a lot of money because the pound sterling is a very strong currency. 205,000, more than 200,000, more than point 0.2, more than 0.2 million pound sterling to the victim lady. And if at all, this woman, the landlord lady, was told that if you are not going to pay, your house will be auctioned. Out of that money, the compensation money of 205,000 pounds sterling will be paid to the victim lady. That is something very interesting case indeed in the United Kingdom. So my dear friends, every society which has developed a lot, it all happened because of the one reason. And the one reason is it is the justice system, the system of justice. If a society has developed a lot, or if at all a society has failed to develop, it is all because of the one reason. And the one reason is the kind of justice system which has prevailed over there. Now, I remember that very recently a village of Chakwal, a sister and brother were kept in the captivity for 2 long years. And the sister died during that captivity because they were having some huge piece of agricultural land which was used by a very close relative of this victim siblings. So that's all for me today. Thank you.